behind the scenes with some lawyers in Marlington, I made a presentation at the courthouse on this subject, and I got, of course it doesn't matter now because David's gone, but I got them to state on public record that they will uphold the right of eminent domain for a landowner against this. It's on record, August, but you know what I mean.
So let's focus on this aspect of the eminent domain.
Right.
Are they trying to get access to people's land without going through the eminent domain process?
It's not. Doesn't actually work that way. In the methane transmission world, you have to go through the FERC system. Part of that is that in order to do this, you are granted, possibly, the use of eminent domain to seize the land. But in Kentucky, in February of 2014, they passed a law that stated that the Bluegrass Pipeline goes through Kentucky and does not affect the people who live there. Thus, in February of 2014, they passed a law that says that the Bluegrass Pipeline, they can go through and try and do it, that's fine, but they cannot seize property for public domain because the person who owns the property does not have any public use for it. And I believe that's the exact same thing that we should do here in West Virginia and Virginia and New York State and Massachusetts and Pennsylvania.
So they would be talking about just letting the pipeline pass through like it would be a highway, and then they would say that the landowner really doesn't have a public use?
No. What it means is that they Dominion Transmission states openly that they do not like eminent domain because it's very expensive and it takes about 2 years.
Right.
The actual federal law is it can only take 16 months in the court process, but it's also maybe a year before that with lawyers getting ready. So it's about 2.5 years. Eminent domain is only used, Dominion says, in 5% of the cases. Thus, 95% of the landowners they state they negotiate with.
So are they trying to go around and get private deals to investigate people's property?
Yes, they've been doing that openly with landowners since May.
And have these landowners been allowing that?
The ones that I'm in contact with, I only know of one that by chance let it happen. I do not know.
But do they know that, first of all, do they have the right to stop them from doing that? They don't have to agree.
No, they do not. On the West Virginia Wilderness Lovers website and on the FERC 101
Right.
website, I have been teaching for months the legal advice to these landowners. You need a lawyer yesterday. Surveying is a right, and if you own your land, no one has
So
the right
you're saying
to go
they
on your
have to
land.
have authority to be able to survey?
You need a letter. If I wanted to come on your land to look at an old cemetery and you said, I don't think so, that's your right.
Right.
And if I came back and said, oh, come on, can I go on that cemetery? I'm a historian. You said, no. You have that right. And if I came back, you could call 911 and say, she's not listening. That's what we're dealing with in Virginia and West Virginia that I know of, is Doyle Land Service and Dominion not giving maps, dismissing. I know people who beg for meetings and don't even have them. So West Virginia Matters is taking care of that. We've provided maps, which, by the way, was the top 10 story of the year in West Virginia, was West Virginia Lovers giving maps to the people of Huntinsville and Mill Creek in October 17th. 7 months after the project was known about, and Dominion has never given maps.
But had they been surveying?
They have attempted to survey, and in some cases they have been trespassing.
Has anybody filed charges against them for trespassing?
I do not know.